What's up, everybody? Well, I got another Asus Ally X gameplay video for you guys today, and today we're gonna try ourselves out some Total Warhammer 3. Now, I already tried this on the Steam Deck, and we did not get a lot of frames. It was borderline playable, but it also did not feel like it was designed very much for a little handheld. Definitely was designed for keyboard and mouse, so this is probably gonna go even worse than the Steam Deck, because I don't even have trackpads on this. I'm gonna have to put it in desktop mode and just use this to move around, which is better than nothing, but it's not gonna be the best showing of the game. This is pretty much just gonna be a, can the game get playable FPS more so than anything else? Because I'm not gonna be able to probably do much like of actual gameplay with this thing. I would recommend, if you're going to play, if it is playable on this, play with a dock, but let's just see if it's even playable. But if the Steam Deck can handle it, I would assume this thing could too. But hey, let's go find out.
All right, real quick before we hop in the game, I just wanted to show this little bit of nonsense here. This is why sometimes I get irritated with Windows on the handhelds, or just Windows in general. Well, Windows in general doesn't really have that much problems for me personally, but sometimes on these handhelds, things like that will happen. Like I need to be able to, change it over to hit play, and I can't do that. I'm not like pissed off or anything, but it is what it is. So now let's go hop in and have a look at the settings, shall we? All right, so let's go check out 1080p settings here. If this menu is anything to go by, this is probably not going to run too well, but I just wanted to try it anyway. Some games you can get away with this kind of stuff, especially if you don't care about 60 FPS. But anyway, let's go now, hop into the game, and let's see how it does. Alright, here we are in the game, and yeah, we're definitely not getting no 30 FPS. Seems like we're getting 20s, which still might be totally acceptable to some. But it's not really that acceptable to me. But that's okay. Oh, here's another thing. That only is really an issue if you have a frame rate counter up in the top. Oop, what the heck did I do? What button did I push? I was just trying to do this. There we go. But yeah, this game does not really like trying to use like controllers and whatnot. Again, just like on the Steam Deck, I'd rather, like, if this was my only computer, I'd rather have a little dock I could put it in where I can have a keyboard and mouse for games like this. That's just me. Some people might be totally fine playing like this. And that's why I figured I'd get at least a little bit of gameplay like this. I probably won't go quite as far as or long as I usually do in the videos here, but we'll just see what happens.
Yes? Follow me, uncles.
We found supplies in the snow from Dervingard.
Dervingard?
Alright, let's move on, shall we? Now, 900p time. On medium settings. So hopefully this will go a little better. I think no matter what, it's still limited to 30 FPS for whatever reason. It's kind of annoying, but it is what it is. But alright, now that we're done looking at the settings, let's go and jump back into the game. Here we go with 900p in medium settings. Hopefully this goes a little better. I mean, since we only have to do 30 FPS, I'm assuming it will. And we're only using 80% of our GPU now, so we shall see. I'm sure it's still going to drop down like that, 29 and whatnot, but sometimes things go up to 31, 29. As long as it's not dropped down like 20s, like 22, 23, 24, that kind of stuff, then we're like, okay, no, it definitely can't handle it now. Then we know. Alright, let's go up here to this refuge. And we can now occupy.
You have found respite. Together,
Found respite.
The cold bites deep. The shelter is not
Resplendent.
enough.
Build a camp. Then we can rest.
The order has been given, but the camp will take time.
I will find
The
you.
camp
God.
protects us. But what of our supplies?
We keep them safe. Build a storehouse.
Alright, there we go. We can make that now. And the turn. And I'd say great time to move on. Now for 720p. on low settings. So let's have a look at the advanced settings now. That's pretty much all there is for that other main screen. It's kind of funny how the texture quality is still ultra. Anyway though, let's go hop into the game and see how it does now. Well, alright, here we go. Unfortunately, it's limited at 30 FPS, so we're not really going to be able to tell a huge difference. But we can in percentage of your GPU usage at least. And besides, I might be the only one having this problem. Most people probably have no problem getting over 30. I think it has something to do with me using the capture computer for whatever reason. Usually it doesn't have any issues with, messing with your FPS. But this might be one of the rare instances where it does.
Follow Urson's trail.
Alright, we got to armor up.
Urson makes me stronger. On to Dervingard.
I see the beacon. The fort is under attack.
The enemy carry the flag of the wolf. Must be Skolden. No. Yes? No. The bear is silent. We are on the edge of chaos.
Well now, I'd say it's time to move on to a little camera now.
Now for some camera recorded gameplay.
The beacon is
I don't know
under
why
attack.
it's still stuck at 30 FPS. Is this game
Kislevite's
just a
loyal
30
to the
FPS game?
motherland are within. Our
Or is there some
army is
setting I'm
small.
just being blind and
We can
stupid and
sway
just
the
not
battle if we are as
turning
wise
off?
as Urson.
I thought it was maybe just
We
the Steam
approach
Deck
from the
thing.
south, while Skolden's Northmen assault the barricades. Their backs are to us. We should take advantage.
There we go. And at least this one didn't freeze up like the Steam Deck did. The Steam Deck I was almost considering like, oh man, I hope it didn't crash.
We are ready.
Luckily I just toughed it out and just let it sit there.
Fellow Ungos.
And it eventually came back and let us
We
play.
are of Kislev. Show these cowardly dogs what that means. They hunger for blood. Let them taste cold steel.
The beacon is under attack. See for yourself.
Yeah, this part is definitely not very intuitive. But, hey, we're still making do. So if somebody really, really wanted to play, especially if they actually knew what they were doing, they could probably make do and do it. But I think most people would rather play this with keyboard and mouse,
So,
to be perfectly honest.
Wolf reveals himself.
Cannons fire upon the defenders. The barrage is over. His warriors will attack. Act swiftly. Yuri, the defenders need our help. We must reach them. What's that? There.
It's allies.
An army. Those are Kislev colors. They're allies. We must advance and combine our strength. Select your own unit in order to rejoin your forces. Now issue a move order towards your troops. The soldiers are assembled and await your arrival. Your place is amongst the warriors. Your presence grants them courage before the enemy.
Hell yeah, it does.
Alright. Oh.
Proceed into the valley. Select your entire army so any order is given to all. Order your units forward. Our allies have not gone far. The soldiers advance. Take this time to practice maneuvering. Remember, orders are issued only to selected units.
Yep, there they go. They're making their way down.
Our allies fire down upon Skolden's army. His forces scatter. The allies are threatened from the rear. Up close, their bows are no match for swords and spears.
Well, then we'll just have to go do something about that, won't we?
We must hurry to their aid.
My God! Onward! Onward!
Because everybody knows if you click the button lots more times, they go that much faster.
Only traitors attack comrades! At the forefront!
Draw your weapons. Turn the tide of battle.
Urson's fury!
Let's get them.
Envelop the enemy as best you can. They have their backs to us. A fatal mistake.
Well, I think we're winning.
The enemy raised the white flag.
Oh yeah, we got it.
Troops flee.
Well, it is just a tutorial prologue thing anyway, but still. I've lost on those before, so still feels good to at least do well enough, especially seeing as though I can only use like a thumbstick to move around for the most part. I think I may do quite well. Oh shit. I don't have an escape key. Oh, yeah, I do, cool.
The wolf's main pack advance on the beacon. The cannons rain death.
But alright, why don't we go ahead and go wrap this video on up?
Well, alright guys, that's a wrap for Total Warhammer 3, and played pretty much about the same as the Steam Deck. It seems like we're limited to 30 FPS, unless that's just on handhelds, but that's gonna be kind of lame if we're limited to 30 FPS. There's gotta be some way to get that to stop doing that. But hey, maybe that's just the way the game is, which would be kind of lame, but I didn't see any settings that were limiting FPS. I didn't have VSync on, I didn't see anything that said limit FPS to 30 with a check mark on it, but maybe I'm blind, and it was staring me right in the face. Hopefully not. If that is the case, I will obviously redo these tests, but the Steam Deck anyway seemed like it was struggling to stay at 30, so that I could understand. I figured maybe that's all it could do, but this thing seemed like it was locked at 30 even on low, where it probably could have done 50, 60 FPS. I mean, unless you get to a huge war thing, then maybe it wouldn't, but it looked like a pretty big battle for a little prologue anyway. But in any case, I say the same thing I said on the Steam Deck. I mean, if you're gonna play this, I would play it with a keyboard and mouse, having it hooked up in a dock to an actual monitor. But that's just me. If you can make do with what you saw here, and you think that's good enough for you, cool. Not trying to insult or nothing. That's just not for me. That was more infuriating than anything. Heck, just trying to get it to launch into the game while you're trying to capture it on a capture computer was annoying. I had to show that too, because I was like, wow. Like, it wasn't even the capture computer's fault. I like hit this button to turn it to desktop mode, and it just wouldn't do anything. I was hitting the button, and it was just like, nope, I don't feel like it. So I was just basically like, okay, yep, see, this is one of the things I don't like about Windows on handheld. It's cool, I've got that option when it works, but sometimes it doesn't work. I've never had the Steam Deck pull up its little side screen and had it not do what I tell it to do. But anyway, I'm still happy with the performance. I wished it wasn't 30, but at least it was playable. So that is all I got for you guys for this particular video. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, because I sure as hell enjoyed making it for you guys. And until the next video, peace out, guys.